feel like something I start to hear more and more is that gaming is worse off now than it was back then. But is that more than nostalgia talking, or is that actual based in reality? Have game become worse off now than back 10 years ago? No, just establish the timeline we're talking about. We're talking from 2018 to obviously 2012, and from, of course, 2019 to now. That's what we're talking about. But let's start to take some of the games that were back then and compare them to games now, because a lot of them are sequels, and a lot of them are still kind of around. If we take BO3 and we compare that to BO6, I feel like what we can see in them are kind of similarities, but also some that's not. I think the Omni movement is actually not far from BO3's movement in the beginning. Maybe a bit tuned up, I will say that. But if you remember when BO3 came out, a lot of people also complained about the movement there. And the movement is kind of similar. Of course, they can't just put in the exact same movement, they gotta upgrade it. Whether that was for good or for worse, that's up to you to decide. But I feel like in a way, these two games remind me of each other. Because I can kind of see both maps in each game. A lot of other stuff could be so much, I feel like, without people noticing. So I feel like those two fit. If you look at Fortnite then and Fortnite now, for example, now they're actually rolling out potentially I know they're potentially rolling out like a OG forever game or whatever the fuck. But if you look at it right now, as I'm recording this, the 11th of November. If we take a look at it now and we take a look at it 11th of November in 2018, right? The game is vastly different. I don't need to sit here and say that Fortnite has changed a lot. Now you got Peter Griffin hitting Grady's with the fucking Spider-Man web slinging while shooting shit out of his ass. Back then, we had Thanos. And that was enough for Ali to just completely melt down over. And if we look at the games that are popping right now, it's kind of the same. Fortnite's still at the top, Call of Duty's still leading. Overwatch is fading a little bit out, but it's still kind of there, and the only new game I can really think of that's kind of popular still is Valorant. That's pretty much the only. If you look at CS, that's still around, going strong. The League is still going strong. A lot of the games then are still going strong now. Changed, of course, but they're still there. Now if they've changed and basically it's a new game that is unrecognizable from its old self, that is up for you to decide. So I feel like in a way, yes, I feel like it just has evolved, but I feel like it also kind of has evolved in a bit of a bad way with financials. There's a lot of pressure on making money, I feel like that. You want people to buy stuff, which is going to be another video for itself soon, but will I say that, yes, I feel like some games have lost their simplicity and money has become a little too driven. Still think there's a pretty good chunk of games out there, don't get me wrong.